Hello friends, this is Manish Pandey. Welcome back to this GenAI learning video series. In the previous video, you learned how to build a GenAI resume analyzer project using Python. We used Streamlit to build a UI. We used pypdf to work with the PDF file. We added file uploader to upload the file, and then obviously like OpenAI to get the response, like send the request to the server, right? And we used GPT-4o mini. Got it? Now, this video is going to be a very important. Why? Because this is a new project again, and there will be advanced things here. And always like we are moving from basic to advanced slowly, one by one, right? So if you have seen my previous videos on the GenAI using Python, so you will have seen that slowly we are moving ahead with the advanced level. So we started with the basic. You learned how to activate, how to create the virtual environment. You learned how to create GenAI chatbot, where you can interact with the you know AI. You can ask your questions. We created email generator. We created a GenAI Instagram caption generator. We created a GenAI multi-tool app. We created a GenAI text summarizer, translator project, Streamlit project, and the GenAI project. Those things like we started. Now this is for a GenAI invoice chatbot. So this is the another use case, which is GenAI invoice chatbot. Let me show you first demo. Okay, so this is GenAI invoice chatbot. This is your GenAI project. Got it? Here you need to upload a file. So I have currently 4 invoice PDF. I'll upload the first one, invoice 1. Click open. Once you'll upload that, it says that invoice uploaded successfully. Now here there is a chat input. Basically from here you can ask question, you can send your prompt. Got it? Now let's say I'm asking here extract what? I want to extract the invoice number from this. Now it says that the invoice number is 2170. Now if you want to see if that's correct or not, you can try opening this. So I'm opening this here. See, so invoice number 2170. I'll ask here a total amount. So let's ask here what is total amount, and that should give us 1725. See, this is the $1725.00. Got it? So this way you just need to upload that invoice and you'll get the data. Once you close this, you'll refresh this session. That your current data, the session will be clear now, and now you can upload other document, and same you can ask your questions here. Got it? Now let me delete this one. So basically this was the GenAI resume analyzer. Now this is the one which I created already just to show you demo. I'll delete this and I'll create a fresh one, and let me delete this as well. I'll move this on the top. Okay, let's click on create new file. What I'm going to give name this to this file, GenAI invoice chatbot dot py, because it's a Python file. Now you know that we need to build a UI in the Python, and this is completely a Python code, right? So we need to import what? Streamlit. And as this is the GenAI project, and here I have already created the virtual environment. If you don't know how to do this, I'll recommend you to watch my previous videos first. Okay, so we are going to import Streamlit, and I have already installed this library, this package in the virtual environment. That's why I'm not getting error. Okay, now I'll write here import Streamlit as st. Got it? Because now everything from the Streamlit I have taken in the st. Got it? Second thing, as I told you that I am going to use OpenAI, and then I'm going to use PDF library, that is a PyPDF, so that it can, you know, open that PDF, read the PDF file, extract the data from there. So the other things I'll take from PyPDF, import PDF reader. So I'm going to use PDF reader from the PyPDF, right? So PyPDF has multiple things, but currently I'm going to use only reader so that I can read that invoice document. Okay. Second thing, I'm going to use from OpenAI, import OpenAI. Got it? Three things we need to import first. After that, as we are going to use OpenAI to send the request to the OpenAI server and get the response, I have already created API key. I have stored in my environment variable. So what I'll do, I'll uh, create one variable with the client that we always do the suggested by OpenAI. So I'll write OpenAI this way, which will take the complete details, the API key and everything from there and store in a client variable. Okay. Now I'll design my user interface, this chatbot. So I'll write here st because using a Streamlit we can design that UI. St dot, first I'll put a title on the top, and in the double quotes I'll say I'll put it like Gen AI space invoice chatbot, and I'll take here one emoji. That's the document one. Got it? Next line, I'll take here one file uploader, okay, which will allow you to upload the file, the PDF file to this UI. Okay, now we need to write the string. So I'm saying like upload PDF file, upload invoice PDF file, and ask questions. Got it? Upload invoice PDF file and ask questions, comma, what type of file I want to upload. I'm going to work with the currently only PDF file. Okay, because I'm using PyPDF, so I'll just go with the PDF. Okay. Now, as you know, whenever like we'll upload the file, so I'll take it in a one variable. So once user is going to upload one file, then file uploader will have that file uploaded. Now I want to store that file name and everything into one variable. So I'll say uploaded file. This is the variable. Later on, I'll use that. Now, just below, I want to add one widget, basically a tool, that is chat input, so that like we can send our prompt. So I'll write here st dot. Now this time we are going to use chat input. I have already explained these things in the GenAI chatbot one. Now in double quotes, we need to put our message. So I'll say type your query, type your prompt, save. Now I'll store the prompt, whatever user inputs from that chat input, I want to store in a variable. So I'll say user prompt or user input. I'll say user question or user query or user input, anything. So I'll take it user input. Got it? After this, as I told you that we are going to use session state to store our conversation messages and also whatever data extracted from the PDF file that I want to store in this session state. So previously you learned we create one session state for the conversation messages. Now we'll be creating one more session state to store the invoice text. So we always like, we first check that a specific key is already available in the session state or not. If not, then only we initialize or we create one, right? So I'll start with if. In the double quotes I'll say first I'll go with the messages, means that is the conversation messages. If messages not in, if that's not available in that, what, in the session state, then what, If it is not there, then we'll take here st.session_state dot that key messages. Now this messages basically will have two things, uh, the role and content. Means we are going to use later on to display the data, like one chat message will have that chat message in which we'll have the icon for AI, like means assistant, and for user. Got it? And along with that we need a message. So user prompts and then output from the AI, two things. So I'll take here as a list. So I'll pass it like this: st.session_state.messages equal to list. Okay, so list of a string basically. Now I'll take another another session state which will have invoice text stored there. So I'll say invoice text. If invoice text means that is the key not in where st.session_state. Now this is another session state, and this time if that's not there, so I'll say st.session_state dot invoice underscore text equals to, now this time this will be a empty string. So this is just a string because the extracted text from PDF file, that will be a complete string. So I'll store that in the session. But previously this messages one conversation message will have the role and the content, right? Role is like user and content is like whatever user is asking, and whatever like assistant like this AI model will reply those things. Two things is done. We have this session state ready. Now one thing you saw that in our project in the demo, that once we upload the file, then you say that invoice uploaded successfully, right? So make this UI clear and readable and clean. I want to add that success part here. So I'll say if. Now as you see, this is the variable I'm going to use. I'll say if uploaded file colon means if it is true. I'm not putting anything here. If uploaded file means if it has something already stored from here, from this uploader, then it will be true. Then I'll say st dot success. So there will be success messages. What is the message? So I'm saying that message will be invoice uploaded successfully. Got it? Now, if not uploaded, keep it as it is, because the at the initial level I don't want to show anything, because when I launch this website, this UI, that time means the file is not uploaded, so I don't want to show any messages there. I want to show message only when I click on this file uploader and upload the file. Then only it should say invoice uploaded successfully. So in the else part, I don't want to do anything. Leave as it is. Next, let's say uh, user is going to type their prompt and hit enter without uploading the file. Then it should not allow. So I'll take two things. First, I'll check that do we have any value already available in the user input variable. Means did user type something and hit enter? If yes, then only I should move ahead. Okay. Otherwise, it should not work fine. It should not work basically. So I'll say first if user input means if it has any value already, then I'll check that do we have a file uploaded as well. So I'll check if uploaded file. So two things. If user has entered some query there in the chat input, and also if file uploaded, then only the process should be started. Otherwise it should not do anything. So now in this case what I'll do, once user has put something query and file is also uploaded, two things checked here, I'll do one thing. Whatever messages available already in the session state for this messages I want to show here, because that will be a, so let's say I'm asking extract invoice number, so that should be displayed there. Now I'm getting the response from there, that should be also displayed. So currently I'm just going to take a for loop so that whatever value already available in this station state for the conversation messages, that should display. Got it? Because every time whenever I next time I'll ask any question, it will continuously run in the loop, right? So I'll do one thing. I'll say for then message. Why message? Because we have a list of messages, right? So I'll take one by one. For message in st dot station state dot messages. Okay, so I'll take one by one from this station state messages colon. Now I'll go with the with. Why? Because now based on the the rule, it should display the content. So I'll say with st dot. Now this time I'll take a chat message just to show that icon, right? So st dot chat underscore message open close bracket. Then I'll say message of, then this way in double quotes. First I'll say role. So see here we can pass AI, assistant, human or user. So instead of passing any value directly, I'll say this, take it based on the role. Now colon, and then I'll say st dot write what I want to write, whatever value available in the message. Means whatever data we are getting from here, that's stored one by one in the message. So first, based on the role, we will take the role icon, that logo, the left side, and then along with that I want to show the message, the content. So this will be a message of content. Got it? Now next thing, this is displayed, right? And now one by one we'll start adding the data, we'll displaying the data, the role and content, and also we'll start appending to this session state. Got it? So that whenever it will take, always those data should be displayed in the on that UI on the chatbot. So now this is done. So once file uploaded, user asks some question, then first I want to extract the data, like read the PDF file, extract the text from the that invoice. Got it? So what I'll do, I'll take here, I'll first open that file, basically means read that file using PDF reader. So first I'll take this file name. Why? Because I need to take PDF reader of stream str byte type path, means the path of that file. So I'll paste this uploaded file. So I want to read that PDF. Which PDF? Which is available in this variable, means whatever file uploaded here, this will be stored in this variable, and which will have the path, the file path. Got it? Uploaded file path. Now this PDF reader will read that, and then I want to store that in a variable. So I'll say PDF underscore reader. I'll take this name, PDF underscore reader equals to this one. So whatever file it has already read, that will be stored here with the details. Now I want to go page by page. So once it will read, it will have the pages details as well. So I want to read page by page. Why? Because currently I don't know how many pages will be there in my invoice. So I cannot design this chatbot to read the data from only first page, because I am not sure. So that's why I'll take for loop. So for page, basically in now PDF reader, means whatever I have here, dot, I'll go page by page. Sorry, dot, and then pages. Got it? Colon. So from this PDF reader, and we'll use the pages from each pages one by one, it will loop through. So first page will have everything, the data. Now I'll extract the text from that page. Okay, so I'll take this page here, page dot extract text. This one I'll use. Now whatever data that we have already extracted from that page, I want to store in a variable, that is I can say invoice underscore text. Okay, so I'll extract from there that page is show in a invoice. Now as we are running this in the loop, so if I'll not append this data, then this data will be always overwritten here and added to this variable. So what I'll do, I'll take here invoice plus equals to page dot extract text, means now that this is invoice text equals to invoice text plus page dot extract text. It will work that way, right? I hope you know about these things. If not, I'll suggest you go through the Python, the operator one, assignment operator. I think there you will learn this one. Okay. Now, but before this, I need to initialize this one. So I'll take this, create a variable with the blank. So this is going to be a string variable. Got it? Because whatever data I'm extracting from this page, that will be a string. So that will be stored to this string variable as well. Okay. Now for that first invoice which we are uploading, and from those pages it will now extract the data and store from both the pages. Let's say both or third, all the pages, the data will be extracted and stored in this invoice underscore text variable. Got it? Now I need to, once I have the complete text, I'll add this, I'll assign this value to the my session state. Why? Because I want to keep this data for my current session. So every time I'll ask question here. If I'll not use session state, then first time I'll ask question and the next time the data is gone. Every time you need to extract that. Every time you need to use this to read that. But I don't want to do that way. So what I'll do, I'll store that in the session state. So I'll say st.session state dot invoice text. So this is our session state. So previously we created with the empty string. Now I'm going to assign my invoice text, this one, which I have extracted from this invoice document. Okay, this data is now assigned to the session state. Now, as I have the input from this user here, and I have the text as well. So after extracting this, what I want to do, I want to display that message that whatever user asked, right? We can do it here as well. Before extracting all these things, I can show that message here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take here st dot, I'll say chat message, or sorry, I'll say chat message. Now why is that? Because just to show that logo container basically. So this is for chat message to show the user icon. So first I'm going to show for the messages of user dot, what I want to write, I want to write the content. So content is my prompt, user underscore input. Okay, next thing, I want to also append that. If next time, let's say that is displayed, and whenever like we are getting another text, that should be appended here. So I'll say st dot session state dot, everything is stored in these messages. So this is my complete session. So st dot session state dot messages. So I want to append every time this user inputs and this user um, role. So I'll say messages dot append uh, in the curly brackets, in the double quotes, I'll say first role as a user. What I'm going to assign, role as a user, comma, then content as a user reply, sorry, user input. That should not be in the string because that's my variable. Okay, this is now appended here. So two things I'm passing. First, because here I have already taken a role and then content. So in the role I want to pass user, and in the content I want to pass user input. Got it? So whatever data query will be asked by user, that is stored in the user input, and same thing I'll pass to the session state, and that will be displayed using this for this way. Okay. Now I want to prepare a prompt so that now after displaying this, I want to send the request to the OpenAI server. So what I'll do, I'll take here one prompt, and then I'll send along with the response API that, let me show you. So I'll pass it like my prompt will be, you are an invoice chatbot assistant. Now carefully read the invoice contents. So this is basically my prompt which I'm going to send to the OpenAI server, this AI model. So you are an AI invoice assistant, like that, AI invoice chatbot assistant. Carefully read the invoice contents and reply to users question based on nearby labels. Why I'm writing nearby labels? Because what happens whenever we extract the text, so the data will be disturbed. Might be the invoice number will be shown just next to the customer ID, and customer data will be displayed somewhere else. So I want to say that, okay, based on the nearby labels, give me that answer, right? Now, so as I mentioned, carefully read the invoice content and reply to users questions. Okay, so in my prompt I need to send two things along with this hard coded message. I want to send my invoice contents, that as a text which is stored here. Second things, the user questions, whatever user is asking. If user saying what is the invoice number, right? So that question should be also sent to the OpenAI server, and along with that, the complete invoice content should be also sent. Got it? So I'll say invoice contents colon, and I'll take the invoice content from this variable. So this time I will take it from uh, session state, because I have already stored this data to this one. So I'll copy and paste. Next, along with the invoice content, I'll also pass my question. So user's question. Now this is our like user input. This one. Now we are getting error because you know that we need to do formatting here, because this is in the next line, right? So to do that, we have to put it like 3 triple quotes. Got it? Triple quotes. You see now there's no error here. Now as we are passing our variable as well along with the string, so we need to write here F to format this. Got it? Otherwise this will not work. Now we have this prompt ready. After that, I need to send this request here. So I'll take here response. So response equals to, I'll say client dot, this client which we have used, this one on the top, client dot responses dot create. So we are going to use response API create. Now here first we'll pass, model that we are going to use, which will help you to understand this, work as a invoice chatbot assistant. So basically whatever model that you are going to use, that will work here as a your chatbot assistant AI model, invoice chatbot assistant. So previously you remember we used this GPT-4o mini, and using that we asked that model to work as a chatbot, as a email generator, uh, caption generator, Instagram caption generator, multi-tool resume analyzer, text summarizer. Now here we are asking that model to work as a invoice chatbot assistant. Got it? Now here I'll send the model. Model equals to, in the double quotes, you'll see the list of models we have. So we are currently going with the only this GPT models, basically the large language model. We'll also plan to use some other models or deep learning models, DLM. Currently we are using LLM. In future videos, in later on we'll plan to use um, the different model as well, deep learning models, right? First you need to understand the basic things, then we'll go one by one deeper. Okay, so what I'm going to use GPT 4o hyphen mini. This is our model that we are using in each and everywhere. You see, GPT 4o mini we use somewhere. Okay, my model, this one. Okay, this we are using almost everywhere. We are using the same because this is the cheapest one and best as well. We'll see if that's working fine with this invoice on or not. If not, then we'll change that, because I know that every model is not capable of doing everything, because might be this is not trained on this type of work on the invoices. So let's first go with the model GPT-4o mini and comma. Now this time our input. So input is for the that OpenAI server for this AI model. Now input is our prompt. I'm going to pass the prompt here. This is a variable that here we have prompt. This prompt we are going to pass. Now I'll take it here, AI underscore output. I'll take a variable and I store here the output that getting from the AI OpenAI server, that response that we are getting. So response dot output underscore text. Got it? Now I need to display that message. So as you see here, we have used this one to display that and then append that. So same thing will do here as well. So first chat underscore message of, now instead of user I'll say assistant, and then write here what AI output. Now append that, what we are going to append here as a role as a assistant and content as a AI output. Got it? So we are done with the coding. We now just need to run this Streamlit one, this GenAI project, and see it live running. Now I'll press Ctrl J, which will open this uh, terminal. Now this is activated, the virtual environment. Here I'll type Streamlit, that command to run that. So I'll use this Streamlit run GenAI Invoice Chatbot.py. Now I'll hit enter. Got it. You see, same as the demo, we created that. I'll upload that invoice one. Invoice uploaded successfully. I'll say, hi, hello, how can I assist you with your invoice today? Now I'll ask here extract invoice number, and I think 2170 something like that's the invoice number. Okay, so we are getting issue here. Why? I'll show you here. Let me open this. So see, this is 279 is the customer ID, but we are getting error, basically wrong data. It is 2170. So two things we can do. As you know that always whenever you are writing a code, you are using any model, you're writing a prompt. So always take care of the prompts and model. Means writing the better prompts is very very important for any of this Gen AI or AI related task. Also, model selection is very important. if I'll always go and choose the cheapest one, so that will not capable, that will not um, work based on my task. So previously I was asking the simple things. Now I am giving some hard task, right? The advanced level of task might be this GPT model, this large language model is not capable of doing this one. So in this case, I might need to change my model, or I need to change my prompt. So what we'll do, we'll see here. So as you saw here, might be because of this, as here says that invoice has, might be not able to understand that because I'm asking invoice number. So just to make it better, I'll give an instruction here in the prompt. I'll say instruction. I'll say invoice has is actually invoice number. Got it? So this is my instruction that I'm giving to this model. Now let's save it and try one more time. I'll refresh this and I start with a fresh session. I'll say again extract invoice number, and let's see. Okay, now it says that 279. So actually there is no issue with the prompt, there is issue with your model. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to change my model, because if I want my model to complete my advanced task, then I should like either pay some more amount for the other model. So I'll go with some other model. What I'm going to do, I'm going to now use GPT-4o. I removed the mini one and I'll go with GPT-4o. So this is bit costlier than this GPT-4o mini. So I'll go with the GPT-4o, and this model, I'll show you. This model is basically more intelligent than mini one. From this, I'll choose GPT-4o mini. From here, I'll choose GPT-4o, this one. Now you can see here, 4o mini, the intelligence is only 2. Means this is the, we can say less intelligent. And this is 3. Means this is the medium, we can say. But this one is better than this. This is fast, intelligent, flexible GPT models. And here this 4o mini is affordable small model for focus task only, right? Small model. Now for this type of high level task, now I need to change the model. So I'll use this GPT-4o, which is like now intelligent, more intelligent this than this 4o mini. Actually, the charges are higher than this one in each and every like task in the input and output both. This is very high. $10 for output per 1 million tokens. Input $2.50, and this was basically 0.1515 only, which is very cheapest, right? So just to see that this GPT-4 is able to capable to handle this type of task or not. So I'm going to change that model. Now I'm using 4o model. Now let's refresh this. Upload again a new file, invoice one. I'll say hi. Okay, hello, how can I assist you with the invoice details today? Got it? Now let's ask question. Extract invoice number. And I'm expecting this model to work. Okay, intelligent. So see, now it has captured this data and it has given the correct answer 2170, which is correct. 2170. Now I'll ask extract customer ID. It should give me 279. 279. Now I'll ask total amount. I'll say what is total amount. It should provide 1725. See, 1725. Now let's ask here. I'll ask little harder one. Means I'll ask what is the additional fees. What is the fees of this additional services? What is amount of additional services? This is 525. 525. Let's let's see. Ask the email ID of the bill to person, which should provide this one. I think MIVO that one. Um, can you say the email ID of bill to person? Okay. So let's see. Oh, nice. So the email ID of this bill to person is this one. Got it? So this is actually working fine with the invoice. So this is your GenAI Invoice Chatbot Assistant, which is working fine here. And you learned how model is very important and writing a better prompt is very important. So two things here. When you are creating a GenAI projects or agentic AI or this type of AI projects, so writing a prompt and choosing the best suitable model is very important. Got it? I hope you'll learn something from this video. If so, please like this video, and if you have not subscribed this channel, then please subscribe this channel, and please do comment on this video. Thank you so much for watching this video.